Hello everyone and welcome back. Slightly different environment today. As you can see, I'm out of the office. In fact, Audra and I are actually in New Orleans. We're at a 2-day workshop to help us to work on the firm, build a better firm, provide better service to our clients, all of those things. But I wanted to talk to you in this video about the Marchman Act and why it matters in which county you're located. So in law school, one of the things they talked about is sort of knowing your judge. And what they mean by that is, look, you can never take the human element out of our system, right? I mean, one judge might rule one way on one issue, and another judge might rule a different way on the same issue, which is why you see, on the TV, they always talk about, how important it is for, depending on who the judge, the justices are on the Supreme Court. So knowing your judge is important, but knowing the county in which the case is getting filed is equally as important, especially when it comes to the Marchman Act. And remember, Marchman is a statute that allows us to put somebody into treatment for periods of up to 90 days where there's a primary substance use disorder. But the first part of the Marchman Act is this period of assessment. Now, there are some counties that are just, to be quite candid with you, are just absolutely lousy at this. For instance, Miami-Dade, it's just a horrible county to file a Marchman Act, because every person that gets Marchman Acted, even if I can get them picked up by the police, is going to be ordered to go to Jackson, the hospital there at Jackson, to get assessed. Chances are, in my experience, the people that are doing the assessment are not going to read the petition. They're not going to speak to the family. They're going to speak to your loved one who's probably not going to be truthful with them, and they're going to be in and out in 3 hours. That's completely unacceptable and it's ridiculous. But if the assessment recommends either no treatment or very limited treatment, then how does that help you? It hurts you. So if I'm in a county where that's what's going to happen, or we're going to use a county facility to do the assessment, I'm going to tell you, listen, don't waste your time, don't waste your money. My team's going to tell you that. There are other counties like Broward County, Palm Beach County, where they're really awesome at this stuff. Okay, things get processed quickly, people get picked up quickly. They get taken to a facility that will not only do a greater job with the assessment, but they're also going to show up in court when I need them. The new statute from 2024 actually allows somebody to be held up to 72 hours for the period of assessment, and then longer, even up to the time that there's actually a treatment services hearing, which happens within 10 days, if certain criteria are met. So obviously, if we can keep somebody legally at a facility for 3 to 10 days, 3 to 7 days, that gives us a great chance to get them into treatment. If they're going to be, like they are in Miami-Dade, sent to a facility, they're in and out in 3 hours, and then they disappear, how does that help things? It just makes it worse. So there are certain counties, I'm afraid to say, in the state of Florida that are just no good at this stuff. They just do a lousy job with the Marchman Act, and my team's going to tell you, don't file it there. We won't take your case. Now, some of my colleagues in the legal profession will be happy to take your case and your money, and then things are going to go south very quickly. I've been practicing 31 years. My wife is 33. Corey, my associate, I think he's close on 9 years. We're just not going to take your case. But there are alternatives, one of which is the guardianship process. Terrific way to get somebody into treatment. And I don't have to worry about an assessment done at some facility that doesn't care, doesn't do the report, doesn't send it to the judge, doesn't show up in court. I don't have to worry about that stuff because I can just petition the court for guardianship, even an emergency temporary guardianship, and I just need a hearing and get you a temporary 90-day court order for an ETG, emergency temporary guardianship. So guardianship is a wonderful tool in and of itself, but it's especially useful when we're in a county that does a lousy job with the Marchman Act. So be really specific about where you file these cases. Okay, and I don't mean just you as a family, but I'm talking to some of my colleagues in the legal profession. If you're filing these in counties that do a lousy job, what can I tell you? It just isn't going to work. It's just the way it is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you how it is based on filing hundreds of these cases already. So with that said, I appreciate you tuning in. Would love a thumbs up if you are watching this video, and if you could subscribe to the channel, even better. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.